Namaste. So, the content of our own mind determines how we perceive life and others. And everyone's mind has a different content, so nobody perceives the same situation in exactly the same way. Let's say you and me, we meet a common friend, and he's making fun or a joke of the new work project we have together, right? So if your mind now is full of self-doubt, you will perceive this as an insult, a criticism maybe. And giving this meaning to his comment, you will create an unpleasant emotion within you. Now let's say my mind is calm and I'm self-confident, so I just take it as a joke. I think he's funny and just laugh about it. And I create a pleasant atmosphere within myself, right? So the content of our mind and our inner atmosphere determines how we perceive life and others. Now, how can we create a pleasant inner atmosphere and enhance our instruments to experience life always joyfully? So let's see what we can work with. First of all, I have to turn this off, sorry. We, as the soul, making a human experience in this lifetime, have a physical body. We have the mind, we have emotions, we have lots of energy, right? So, see, with a healthy and intelligent nutrition, enough physical movement, right breathing, spiritual practices like what you have already been doing, energy work, meditation, we align our own human being with the elements of life itself. We can enhance our human being. We can enable our instruments to work on their highest possible frequency, right? And that's when our perception of life changes and we experience life joyfully no matter what. See, when we have enhanced our own being, we are able to master our mind, to create the emotions we want, to make our energy flow and raise up. We perceive life beyond the limits of our senses and beyond the limits of our human mind and its judgments, its ideas. And all is energy. Everything in life is energy, and energy attracts its similar. That's a law of energy. So when we create a good energy within this human being, good thoughts, good emotions, pleasant inner feeling, we attract good energy that will manifest in our life. It's positive thoughts, pleasant emotions, success, joy, harmonious relationships, and everything else you want. See, so usually we perceive life only through the filter of our mind, right? Our mind is full of fixed beliefs, values, stories, limiting beliefs, ideas of right and wrong, likes and dislikes, right? And since each mind is programmed differently, we perceive everything and everyone as separate and different from us. So if someone acts according to our mind's ideas of what is right and pleasant, we'll like them. If not, we don't. So as soon as our senses bring in information, the first thing our mind does is judging the situation, and according to our minds, our instruments' judgment, not ours, certain emotions arise. And our emotions determine how we experience life. See how much power you're giving to your instrument. Now, but if you enhance your instruments and you're able to perceive life without the commentary of the mind, without separation, without judgment, you start to experience the oneness of life, the union between you and all there is. And this is, by the way, the meaning of yoga. That's the goal of meditation practice, of your doing nothing practice, right? To perceive life without the commentary and the judgment of the mind, just for what it is, like with curiosity and joy. And once you see yourself as a part of life itself, you experience yourself simply as one tiny little part of life. And you perceive the interconnection of life. You understand life. You trust that life does not make mistakes. You don't feel anymore like a victim of life, of your past, or other people's behavior. You know that life just happens, and you always have a choice how it makes you feel, simply by the meaning you give to circumstances and life events or relationships. You remember who you truly are. You are alive, and life is complete. Life is not missing anything. Life is not needing anything. Life is not longing for anything. You came here as a perfect, complete human being. Life does not make mistakes. You are enough and complete, exactly as life made you. And this is the belief you have to program into your mind simply by repeating it. Based on this belief, you will give different meanings and create better emotions. So when you see yourself not as a separate being anymore, but as a part of a greater truth, you do not want to hurt others, harm others, because what you do to others, you are doing it to yourself, because all is one, and you know that. And let's be honest, you feel that. See, if you treat someone unkindly, you won't feel good either. You might feel guilty, ashamed, or else, but definitely not balanced and peaceful. So you will automatically start to avoid painful discussions. You will make conscious decisions before you respond to a challenge or a provocation, because you always have your highest goal in mind. Inner peace. And based on this, you will make your choices. And when you enhance your instrument and you vibrate on this high energetic frequency, when you're not identified anymore with your instruments and their needs and feelings of incompleteness and their desires and their judgments, you irradiate joy and love. And not only will others feel attracted to you, not only will your relationships improve, but everything in your life, like your career, your financial situation, it will just fall into place, because that's how life works. See, we are not here so that life or others can make us happy. We are here to tune our human instruments to such a frequency that allows us to perceive the oneness of life and to contribute to the happiness, the freedom, and the joy of Mother Earth and other living beings. That's why we are here. And if we do so, we feel complete, we feel fulfilled, we feel joyful no matter what happens. And our inner joy does not depend on external circumstances or other people anymore. And that is total freedom. That is the freedom you truly want. And then all relationships will be harmonious, because we inside are harmonious. I hope that is clear. And if not, ask, please. I know that can all be confusing. But back to your practice, right? Your practice is the most important part. You can understand everything I'm telling you intellectually, or you don't. But spirituality is an experience. It is not simply more knowledge you accumulate, and you can only make an experience when you practice. And through your experience, you will understand. It will all make sense, I promise you. So here's another way that might help you to create this inner peace. I want you to practice to just listen. So like every day you sit down, start with your breathing exercise. Maybe you just do some stretches. You just inhale and then exhale, and you move your head a little bit before you start sitting. Turning your palms up, bringing your thumb and index finger together, stretching the other fingers out. Put your hands down. And you just listen to your mind's chatter without getting involved in dialogue. And then you listen to life in and around you without judgment. Just be. Be the silent observer, the silent, uninvolved witness of life in this very body and mind and around you. And notice how all forms of life are breathing each other. How everything is connected, how all is one, and how you are just a tiny little part of this creation. See, I like to imagine myself, the soul, spending the very first moment in this human form. Imagine you just came into it to inhabit this human body. It's the first moment you're inhabiting this body. I imagine, that I'm experiencing my 5 senses for the first time, and I still do not have any intellectual knowledge. So any information my senses are bringing into me is totally new to me. I have not even a name for it. So I have no judgment about it. And I still have no likes and dislikes. I just take life in exactly as it is with my full awareness and curiosity. No labeling, no coloring, no commenting in whatever I hear or I feel or I touch or I taste. See, this is just another different option. I want to give you several options, right? Each lesson. So you just choose what works best for you. If you find it best to concentrate, imagining, breathing with the universe, then keep doing that. The important thing is, see, that you understand that you use your mind now instead of getting used. You use your mind's power of imagination, visualization. And you can also simply keep your focus on the third eye. And every time you notice that your mind is trying to carry you away, you get attached to a thought or a sensation or got involved in a dialogue, don't worry. Just bring it back and focus. No expectations, no effort. There is no right and wrong. You just sit and you listen. Like if it was the first time, the first moments you're spending in this human form. Your first moments as a human being. In this world, on this planet. Everything is new. Imagine this. And with this you listen to life. Fully involved. You're fully involved in life, with life. Try this out. Let me know how that goes. Namaste. Thank you.